Welcome to Behind the Brand podcast.
Hello and welcome, dear listeners, to another riveting episode of Behind the Brand podcast. Today is episode 24 of Behind the Brand podcast, and we are delving into the world of finance and technology, uncovering the remarkable story behind one of the most integral players in the global economy. So imagine a world where money moves effortlessly, transcending borders, enabling commerce and a scale never before imagined. So in today's episode, we are exploring the narrative of Visa, a company that has revolutionized the way we conduct financial transactions worldwide. Visa set out a mission to create a seamless financial ecosystem, connecting individuals, businesses, and economies across the globe. And its journey is one of the innovation, adaptability, and a relentless pursuit of a cashless future. Now join us today as we uncover the pivotal moments, the visionary minds, and the technological marvels that propel Visa. So without further ado, let's step into Behind the Brand, this episode about history of Visa. Now, the visionary idea behind Visa, a name synonymous with international transactions, was to completely transform the way money is transferred around the globe. The narrative starts in the late 1950s with a group of progressive American banks looking to develop a more effective and safe payment system. And the objective was to create a system that would be able to overcome the drawbacks of cash and checks and facilitate more efficient financial transactions. And as a result of everyone's combined efforts, Bank of America launched the groundbreaking credit card program known as Bank America Card in 1958. A novel idea was presented by this program, a piece of plastic that could be used in place of cash to streamline the consumer transactions and make the payments easier. So the success of the Bank America Card spurred the formation of Interbank Card Association, or ICA. In 1966, a consortium of banks committed to further developing and expanding this groundbreaking payment system, which was during this period that the name Visa was introduced, and the moniker was selected for its simplicity and universality, which was embodying the idea of a universally accepted form of payment. So by 1970, the ICA's operations extended beyond the United States with the creation of the first international payment system. This marked a significant milestone in the evolution of Visa, as it enabled cardholders to use their Visa cards not only domestically, but also in a growing number of countries around the world. Over the next few decades, Visa expanded quickly throughout the world by partnering with banks and other financial institutions on several continents. And through its cooperations, Visa was able to build a strong network that made safe, instantaneous transactions possible everywhere in the world. The path of Visa wasn't without difficulties. The company's trajectory was constantly shaped by changes in consumer behavior, technological advancement, and regulatory changes. But Visa's dedication to change and innovation made sure that it would always be relevant and influential in the financial industry. Visa's technological capabilities increased in tandem with its global presence, and the business was in lead when it came to creating innovative ways to guarantee the effectiveness and security of each transaction. This included the introduction of magnetic stripe, the technology in the 1970s, which added an extra layer of security and paved the way for further advancements in electronic payment system. And this was the way now we use the credit cards, and there was a remark of this point there. So Visa embraced the digital revolution of the 1990s with a great speed. A new era of accessibility and convenience was brought about by an advent of online and e-commerce transactions. Visa was in the lead when it came to creating the framework which was required to enable these new technologies, which made it possible for cardholders for easy traverse the digital world. In the 21st century, Visa continued to push the boundaries of innovation, and in order to give consumers more safe and practical payment options, the company adopted cutting-edge technologies like tokenization, mobile wallets, and contactless payments. And these innovations strengthened the Visa's position as a leader in the fintech industry while also improving the customer experience. Now let's go ahead and fast forward to the present. Visa has an impact on people across the world. It's difficult to envision a world without the Visa banking card, given the network's reach across more than 200 nations and territories and billions of transactions in process each year. Now, the steadfast dedication of Visa to security has been one of its most noteworthy accomplishments, which to protect both cardholders and merchants, the company has consistently invested in state-of-the-art technology and strong authentication procedures, which Visa has established a benchmark for safe electronic payments, including the use of sophisticated fraud detection algorithms and EMV chip technology. You might be thinking, what is EMV chip? Well, EMV chip is that golden chip on your credit card with a payments method based on a technical standard for payment cards and for payment terminals, which is automated teller machines which can accept them. So different banking machines, different, let's say, credit card machines, they could accept this chip. Now, Visa's flexibility responding to rapidly evolving financial and technological landscapes is one of its advantages, which throughout history Visa has shown itself to be flexible and forward-thinking, whether it was introducing cutting-edge security or other stuff. Furthermore, Visa's worldwide presence is evidence of its dedication to bringing the international divide between individuals and companies. And the secret to the company's global success has been its ability to make the transactions in multiple currencies and locations with ease. So you might see that sometimes the Visa cards, they can do the transaction in euros, in maybe dollars, in Canadian dollars, United States dollar, Australian dollars. They could have that exchange with a bit of commission. They make the money on the commission and the interest rates. Now, another feature of Visa that makes it unique it is its commitment to financial literacy and education. Visa is always actively fostering a more financially inclusive world by providing people with the information and resources they need to make wise financial decisions. This commitment is about laying the groundwork for economic empowerment rather than just making the transactions. And furthermore, it is impossible to overestimate the Visa's contribution to innovation in the fintech sector. Now, what is fintech sector? Fintech sector, of course, is financial technology sector, which is providing better financial stuff in the industry of financial technology. Now, with joint ventures, acquisitions, and internal research and development, Visa has led the way in the development of cutting-edge technologies. And its addition into maintaining Visa's competitiveness, this proactive strategy has advanced the payment sector as a whole. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have understood everything about Visa's history and the transaction cards, the credit cards history. As we come to the end of our exploration of Visa's amazing journey, it is evident that this company has a very long legacy. Visa has a history of innovation, teamwork, and a never-ending quest for excellence. And therefore, my dear listeners, remember to be grateful for the decades of hard work and innovation that have made it all possible the next time you tap, swipe, or click to make a payment. This is a tale of Visa, a company that has influenced not just how we pay, but also the structure of the world economy. So always keep in mind that every brand has a backstory and that every backstory has a lesson to teach you as you go about your day. Visa as a company, if you might look at your bank card, there must be a Visa on that bank card, depending on where do you live and depending on your region. But if it says Visa, remember that Visa as a company made that innovation and made those security and is securing your bank account. So never stop learning and pursuing your goals, like always, because this podcast purpose is for you to learn business, learn about business stories, and then keep on going while keeping that entrepreneurship mentality. Now, you never know when we might be sharing the incredible journey of your brand whenever you make it. We would like to thank our sponsors for today's episode, the Weekly Wave, who they sponsor our episodes from the past 2 episodes also. weeklywave.online, you can check out their website. They write amazing articles, education technology articles, that it might be useful sometimes. One of the best articles I've ever read was about the research on the atomic bombs and the nuclear weapons, which you might really like it too. So go on and check out their website. And then you might also listen to the podcast on the Spotify Weekly Wave show, which is a good scientific talk with different scientific people and scientific minds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Your feedback, your follows, always keep on moving. Until then, continue to learn, keep growing, and keep listening. Recall that the most amazing tales are still to come and continue to be inquisitive. Check back next time for more tales of Behind the Brand on episode 25. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to spoil it. But for now, goodbye, and may your own journey be replete with an immeasurable success. My name is Amir Gajari, your host for Behind the Brand podcast, and I will see you next time.